good morning, or afternoon, evening, and good night. My name is Ty. This is Travis.
And I am Gavin.
And today we're going to talk about Mario.
So what do you guys played in terms of Mario?
Oh boy, let me tell you.
Travis is the resident Mario expert here.
I've played pretty much all the Mario DS games there was because I was a Mario man fanatic. If you will. And then for the Wii, I played both the Galaxies and then that other platform, the 2D one.
The Super Mario
The
Bros?
Super Mario Bros. Wii, yeah.
So I've got Super Mario Bros. And then I've got Super Mario Galaxy. I've played some Odyssey, but I haven't done a playthrough. And then I've played Super Mario Paper Bros. If you guys
Paper
Mario, yeah, no,
Super Paper Bros.
Oh, did you play the paper one on like the Wii?
Yeah, Super Paper Mario on the Wii. That was an interesting game.
It was an interesting.
I actually haven't played a lot of Mario. I played Super Mario DS, but I played it on my 3DS because I'm a cool kid.
Cool kid.
I downloaded like the Retro Mario, the first one, and I played like half of that game. And then like Gavin, I've done some of Mario Odyssey, but not all of it.
Right.
Wait, guys, most important, have you played a super scuffed version of Mario on Scratch when you were bored at school?
Yeah.
Like a really scuffed Flash Mario.
Like
super
like just a straight up stolen Mario.
Isn't there like there's a Flash Mario game that I think it's like impossible to complete. Like I think the developer made it in like I think he was high or something. Honestly, I don't know. He was probably
like,
on something.
You know what'd be really funny? This really crappy Flash Mario. I mean, nobody's gonna beat it.
All right, my favorite Mario. I found it freshman year. It was Super Mario Flash.
Wow. So I remember that.
Original.
And I was able to play all 9 levels that they had on no deaths.
Gamer?
And I got
during science class.
During science class, and I got to the point where I could complete the first level in 30 seconds.
Whoa!
And it was a complete recreation of one of the original Mario levels of like every single game, where it's like all
just,
the same.
Just
do you remember what you were supposed to be learning? While you were completing Mario
in science?
In 30 seconds?
Dude, who cares? Mario in 30 seconds?
Dude, it was all day. So I found it in science just one day randomly, and I continued to play it, and then dude, I had this
any percent Mario Flash speedrun.
Oh yeah. Hey girls, I speedran this first level in Mario Flash in 30 seconds in my 8th grade science class. Give me your boobs, please.
That's it.
I'm pretty sure
Gavin had all the women.
I'm pretty sure I can complete the entire game, which the entire game was 3 worlds with 8 levels of pop in like 15 minutes.
That is not healthy.
I have 15 minutes of free time to beat this Flash game that I've already beaten 13 million times.
That's basically any speedrunner's
Hey, you gotta respect the grind, dude. You had to like gain points, get more lives.
Dude,
man, dude.
Super Mario Flash was there, but do you remember Super Smash Flash?
Dude, Super Smash Flash was
that.
sick.
I remember playing that in like biology freshman year.
I tried to play it and I failed and I gave up on it.
I was so good at Meta Knight. Because Meta Knight was overpowered in that game.
But they had Goku, so you couldn't not play Goku.
Yeah, for some reason.
For some reason they had Goku. I didn't know how to play the game.
Your favorite Nintendo cast, including Goku. Don't forget Goku.
Tomb Raider, Lara Croft.
Did they actually have Tomb Raider?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say.
They put it in Siege, though.
That's a completely different game.
So for the record, I did not play a single Smash game. Like actually learning the controls until this year.
Until Smash Ultimate, I didn't.
I didn't know any of the controls, so I was playing.
Boy, let me tell you.
Go on, Travis.
So
be my guest.
Be my guest.
I never liked the Smash Flash stuff because it was funky. Because I sucked at playing with like keyboards. Like it was. I know I wasn't a computer gamer, but I had played Brawl for the Wii, and then Smash 4. I only played for the Target demos. Like the only time I ever played Smash 4 was like in Target. Like that's why I would always look forward to going to Target. So I immediately gunned it to the back in the tech section while my mom was shopping, and I was like, "All right, I wonder if they've got Smash 4, and they did, and I was like, I must play it.
I must play.
I just imagine, like, little Travis just gunning it down the Target runway just to play Smash 4 on, like, their janky controllers that were connected with a metal pipe.
On the sticky
like, couldn't
controller.
even move.
Look how far he's come. Now he plays Sub-Zero! Constantly.
Now I play too much Smash. Uh-oh.
Too much Smash. Oh, no.
How many hours do you think you have? I could probably check on my Switch how many hours you have on Smash.
I've had the game pretty much since launch, so it's probably been a while.
I'm gonna check. Let's see.
All right.
Are you even my friend? Yeah, you're my friend.
You better be. Like, jeez.
But
Pickle.
Brawl was definitely
415 hours.
Just a few hours.
Or more.
Or more.
Just a few.
Here, wait. Go to mine.
415.
Go to me.
G Money has 30 hours.
30 hours.
Absolute pleb.
I can guarantee that at least half of those hours were me playing with Travis.
Probably.
You know, I would not be surprised. How do I check my hours? Wait.
You probably can't. Idiot.
All right, so Travis is by far the best
I've played 45
Smasher out of all of us.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he says to the women.
That's totally. Hey,
with
girls,
literally,
I can smash real good. Guys.
He has 100
and then he brings
times.
the Switch over instead of a condom. He brings a Nintendo Switch.
I mean, they're both protection, so
Yeah, yeah.
It's doable either way. You bring the Switch, you bring the condom. Boom.
No children.
They cancel out.
They do indeed. So Travis has, if my math is correct, 400 times what Ty has, and no.
About
no.
If my calculations are correct.
Over 100, right?
He has over 100 times.
Over 100. I said 400.
I have 45, and he has like 415. That's a lot.
He's got over 100 times what I have, and 100 times. Yeah, that's
just a few hours.
That's a lot of. That's a lot of. It's a lot of Smash Bros.
I could count that on my fingers. Wow.
Count that on my fingers.
415.
1,000 times over.
Easy.
Easy.
But yeah, the whole Smash obsession started with Brawl for me because I got it when I was like 7 or 8, and it was it was a teen-rated game, which is funky because cartoon violence. Oh no!
Oh no!
And so I had to convince my mom. I was like, Mom, trust me, it's only Mario fighting other people.
And then she saw Bayonetta.
Bayonetta didn't come till later.
Oh, thank goodness, dude. There was no way you would have been playing that game if Bayonetta was in it.
No, definitely not. But I got that, and that's what started it, because it was great. Dude, imagine playing as your favorite Nintendo characters, but you're fighting. It's great.
So it all started as Mario, right?
Isn't Master Chief going to be put into Smash?
We can only pray.
Here's the deal.
Or Doom Guy.
If Master Chief or Doom Guy was put into Smash, it just wouldn't be fair because they're too OP in universe for anybody to beat them up.
Well, so is half of the Smash
everybody,
cast,
right? So just like
Lucario's way too good.
Sephiroth's a literal fucking god.
Yeah, Sephiroth is a god.
And now
have you seen his Final Smash animation? He literally destroys the
literal supernova. He nays the sun and then everybody dies.
It's Sorry, I haven't played Final Fantasy Lamau.
Oh well.
I've never played a Final. The only exposure I have to Final Fantasy is those shitty mobile ads.
Oh, dude, I forget they sell out on those.
Yeah, too. Those stupid mobile ads. Oh my! And you like place some gold farms. You place like a tower.
Place this gold farm. Help your village.
Yes.
Protect the wall.
Protect Tifa.
Remember, guys, all types of games have the X. For console, it's the X button. For keyboard, it's the X button. And for mobile games, it's the little X in the top right corner to exit out of the ad.
Even if you miss it, you go straight to the App Store.
You know, and then
and
then you try to exit, and then it takes you back, and then you have to,
horrible.
You know.
Mobile games and ads are
one and the same.
What happened to mobile games?
Dude, we went from Angry Birds, Doodle Jump, like Jetpack Joyride, and all that stuff to just
like
Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans.
That's still around though. Like some apps have just straight up like they deleted a lot of Angry Birds games off the App Store.
Yeah.
Like they got rid of the original ones and like all of like the non-brand related ones. Like all the original ones they got rid of. Like the Seasons where it had a bunch of different, so they got rid of that.
That was the bomb, dude.
It was.
Jetpack Joyride was a bomb.
It was a bop, absolute bop.
When Angry Birds just came out, my dad had it on the first iPod Touch that we had.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he completed every single level 3 stars.
Well,
he was the first gamer I knew.
First
mobile gamer.
Oh, so Mario's pretty cool. Mario Kart's pretty cool, but both of their releases to the phone, which is You guys remember Super Mario Run?
Gosh. Yeah, it was okay. Like it
was a fun game.
It was a fun game for a little bit until you had to pay for the level.
Yeah, so it was free
you had
in the
fun
App
for
Store.
about 15 minutes until the pop-up came up.
Until Nintendo's like, "Hey guys, I hope you like having fun by paying us."
Yes.
For this Mario
you were having
mobile
fun.
Game.
Money.
So, you remember this free game that we marketed? Yeah, never mind. You get the first world.
I mean, it's better than just, like, one thing.
Yeah.
Just, like, having, It
was basically just a demo, but they didn't market it as a demo, so I thought I was getting full game.
Yeah. And then Mario Kart Tour, I think, just flopped.
Yeah. Mario Kart Tour could have been executed
better.
Why did they make it a vertical game?
Yeah, they could have done it, like, where you could tilt it, or you could either... I don't know. They totally...
Why?
And
people hate vertical-facing videos. Why would you make a racing game? Like, 90% of racing games on the App Store are already horizontal. So why would they make theirs, which is already iconic on their own consoles, vertical?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what they're thinking.
Here's the deal. Also, the controls were pretty garbage, let's be honest.
It was.
Now, you guys remember when Asphalt 8 was still around?
Yeah.
And relevant?
I think I have that game
If they
on my phone.
would have just basically taken Asphalt 8, reskinned it into Super Mario, like...
It would have been a big success.
It would have been great. What are you going to say? You ripped off my racing game? It's a racing game.
You can't really rip off racing games.
All racing games have been ripped off.
Plus, Mario Kart is too big of a brand anyways for people to go, hey, you ripped us off.
Yeah, like...
Yeah. They'd be like, no.
You
did.
Nobody's going to sue Nintendo. That's just...
Nintendo will sue you.
Nintendo has literally gone through that process over and over again with a bunch of different communities, and it's garbage.
Yeah, aren't they, like, shutting down... What's it? Emulators?
It was emulators, and they shut down I think a Melee tournament. No, a Smash tournament for having Melee related things in it.
Didn't they take off a bunch of their content off of YouTube? Like,
yeah, they took all of their they took Mario Kart Wii soundtracks off. They took 64 soundtracks. They took Zelda soundtracks off.
Why?
Because of copyright claims.
So if you couldn't tell, Travis is not only our Mario expert, but anything Nintendo that exists,
I'll
he knows
be there.
more than the rest of us.
He is your guy.
Yeah.
415s of Smash. There's a lot of Smash. I would hope you know.
He's the expert at smashing.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Not the sentence I hope to hear today. But yeah, Nintendo could have literally made a much better business perspective. Like, from a business perspective, it's absolute garbage because they could team up with like these emulating people.
Yeah.
Because there was this Pokemon emulator that put in I think it was like Pokemon Emerald or something like that. They did like a whole thing where it's got every single Pokemon in it, and it's a really good emulator. And they shut it down because it went against their service. But they could team up with these emulators and make money by branding it as like that emulators and theirs, and they could throw it on consoles and they'll make money.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
Didn't Sega do that?
Sega did it with Sonic Mania, where they teamed up with a bunch of different creators and they made this really, really good game. Like Sonic Mania was really, really solid.
Yeah,
because it's like really reminiscent of the old like Sonic 1 and 2, like the really good Sonic games on the Genesis, and it nailed it. Sega did it right.
So the only Pokemon that I've ever actually played all the way through was Black and White
on the DS. Yeah,
on the DS. Mm-hmm. That was the one with Tepig, and that was my starter.
Tepig,
because it's Tepig. I don't know. I was like, yo, he fire. Let's go.
Fire pig?
Pork!
So I had the original DS that still had the port on it for the old...
the GBA port on the bottom?
Yeah. On the bottom. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I had that, and I played through the entirety of Pokemon Black and White. And I have since lost it, and by lost I mean my brother took it somewhere, and he lost it.
Never came back.
It never came back.
Nice.
And I have not been able to find a single emulator or game cartridge to play one successfully. Like, you go onto eBay, it's all a bunch of scams.
Has an emulator.
Google has a built-in Game Boy emulator, and I played through Red, Yellow, I think Gold. I think I played through 3 different.
Did you play through it on your computer?
Yeah, it's called Googleator.
Oh.
Well, yeah. Here's the problem.
I played through Red, Yellow. I think I played through Green too. I played through 3 different of the old Game Boy Pokemon games.
Oh wow.
With this emulator, and then the only other one I played through was Omega Ruby on my 3DS.
That's also really solid.
It's a good game.
I never played any 3DS games.
And I'm playing what's it called? What's the new one? I
forgot. The Sword
Shield. I'm playing through Shield right now on my Switch.
See,
the
only
first one I've heard that actually has Shield.
With that is the only problem with that Googleator thing is the only computer I actually have access to is my School computer.
I played it on my
that has
school
nothing.
computer.
It has nothing. It won't let you do anything.
I played it on my school computer.
Wait.
Well,
yeah.
Never mind. You might be.
It's like a Google thing. Like it's part of Google. So
all right. Well, I know what I'm doing tonight.
Yeah. The only DS games I religiously played were that new Super Mario Bros. DS. There's a Super Mario 64 on the DS as well.
Oh yeah,
Mario Kart,
Super Mario 64.
Mario Kart DS, and then
Mario
I played
Kart
a bunch
DS
of
is
Lego
iconic.
games too.
Y'all remember back? Was
Mario
it
Kart DS?
It was freshman or sophomore year. We all had our DSs at school for like 2 weeks playing Mario Kart.
We need to do that again.
Dude, that was iconic.
Mario Kart DS especially. Like that's the one I grew up playing so much.
It's not balanced at all in items and stuff, but it's not supposed to be, and it's way more fun that way.
I think the gripe about it was like it was kind of like it wasn't.
It was kind of like an offshoot,
it was
not
random.
part of like the main
It was
thing.
a little random. It felt less like its own original title because it didn't have like an original like. Like where as previous in like the Mario Kart series, it started with just Mario Kart and then the SNES, and then it went to 64 and then Super Circuit, and it's like, okay, what's this next one gonna be? And it's just Mario Kart.
DS.
It didn't really have a gimmick.
Yeah.
You had Double Dash on the GameCube as well, which had that doubles gimmick where you could do team stuff. Mm-hmm. And then now it's just Mario Kart.
But it was Mario.
I think
it was really
but it was well executed because as a Mario Kart game, it was just Mario Kart. Sometimes you just want Mario Kart.
And it brought like I think this is like the only iteration of missions in it as well. Cause there's that missions mode that was like it wasn't like perfect, but it was just like this really solid time waster that you could just go for and shoot for something else besides just doing balloon battle or time trials or just regular.
I think every Mario game kind of has like a gimmick almost.
Yeah, something
except for like the Super Mario Bros. Title, like
that kind of
Galaxy had its own weird physics.
Galaxy was like a completely different.
I'm not
go about it.
Galaxy was weird.
Galaxy's gonna come back up.
It's like new Super Mario Bros. Was like it was fresh. It was this fresh new 2D Mario that people kind of been waiting for, and then. I think in the DS as well, it had like this mini game section where it was really fun because you could do multiplayer or you could just do it on your own. And either way, they were still really fun. And then they did the same thing on the 64 for the DS where they had those mini games, except you went through progressively in the game catching rabbits and you got the keys for those mini games. So it was a bit more like tedious to get those mini games and play them, but
the first time I tried to catch a rabbit, it took me so
because the D-pad on the DS is so stiff, it's so hard.
It's so that game, Mario Kart DS and Kirby Mass Attack were the two games I played the most on DS.
I've never played a Kirby game.
You've never played
I have never played
I've only played one, and it was Kirby Mass Attack, and little to no people know that this game exists.
I know it exists. I just never played it.
I always thought Kirby looked cool, but the only Kirby game I've ever played, I actually beat the game. Okay, I played it with my next door neighbors while I was babysitting them. They're like 6 years old, and I played Kirby Super Friends, which is the easiest.
Which is
Kirby
like baby's
game.
first Kirby.
It's baby's first Kirby, and I beat.
That's the Dark Souls of Kirby games.
Yeah,
Kirby is literally nowhere close.
I beat the final boss. See, they had control, and we lost. And I was like, "Hey, you want me to drive?" Because at the end, you jump in like this spaceship. And you
Let me drive the Kirby.
And they're like, "All right, fine, Gavin, you can drive." You know how long it took us?
Like 5 minutes.
Like one try.
Wow.
Great.
One try.
I think
it was just.
Yeah, Kirby Mass Attack was this weird game because there was a screen up top and you didn't use the controls. To control Kirby, you had to use your stylus on the bottom screen to control a star. And the Kirby's followed the star, and then you could like flick Kirby's at enemies, and they just launched themselves.
That sounds incredible.
And like I think the max Kirby's you can have at once, because like there's this whole storyline where somebody split Kirby into 10 pieces, and you have to find them, and they die, so you get more. So you can have like
Kirby doesn't die.
10 just this mass of 10 Kirby's. And you're just flinging them at enemies, and I found it so much fun. I completed the game like twice over and got like every single achievement.
10 tiny little pink demons getting thrown at you, and your first thought would just be, "Oh God, this is it."
The first thing that comes to my mind is an animation from Terminal Montage where it's just boy, and then they're just throwing themselves, and it's just screaming.
Oh God, dude, that would
what
be
was there's a Mario game, and it's like Mario Dreamcaster or something.
Oh, the Mario and Luigi. Dude,
it's
okay,
like
there's a Mario and
Luigi's.
Luigi series. Okay, yeah, dude. Okay, I played a what was the DS game? Mario and Luigi, like Bowser's Inside Story or something.
Oh my God! I forgot that existed.
Okay. It is unironically one of the best games in the series. I'm not joking. It was actually a really solid game. Because for the first time, like, for me, I got to play as Bowser.
Oh.
And playing as Bowser is sick because, like...
He's Bowser?
He's Bowser.
He's Bowser?
Well, he's Bowser for one, and for two, they made him in this game more of like a
father figure?
Not a father figure, but they gave him a personality where it's like he was super like hot-headed and like he said funny things, so it made it enjoyable to play as him.
We don't want Bowser to have personality. We want Big Lizard with fire.
Yeah, but he was still Big Lizard with fire, Big Turtle, but he's like quirky and different now.
Oh,
so it made
not like the other girls.
So it made playing as Bowser fun. Like the Bowser combat was the best part of the game in my opinion because
dude.
You got to punch things as Bowser.
Punch, fire breath.
Fire, punch, and then you were inside Bowser as Mario and Luigi, not in the weird way.
Oh, okay.
You were just small.
Just to specify.
You were small and you were like, but the way you did it, you were traversing like the inside of his body to get out because he accidentally inhaled you. Yeah, the premise sounds really suspicious.
There's that pause right after you said that.
I just had to make sure. I had to make sure you were on the same page as me.
You know what this sounds like?
It's like you realized what came out of your mouth.
I realize now how weird this game plot is.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like when everyone thought how Ant-Man should just kill Thanos with like shrinking
going
up
his butt and then expanding.
It sounds like a weird DeviantArt premise. But hear me out. You're traversing Bowser's like insides and junk,
so
not
like
in the weird way. Not in the weird way.
It's like that episode of the Magic School Bus where they go inside the
where they're inside Arnold. But it's like except you're Mario and Luigi, and you're beating bosses inside Bowser and making him stronger.
Wait, why does Bowser have bosses inside of him?
It's like Bowser. It's like Bowser. It's like you're fighting viruses and junk. But it was actually really
like a biology game with the random facts that pop out.
So
like this is chlamydia. Beat it with your hammer 3 times and you get a piece of candy. Yay!
Yeah.
Warning. See that in your mouth? That is hepatitis C. Let's smash it with our science hammers.
Oh no, that's cancer.
That is cancer. Oh. And the game just abruptly
and it just like blue screens whatever
This is cancer. And then it pauses and then you just go away. You hightail it back. You're just like, well, sorry kids.
Sorry, can't beat cancer. Going.
Anyways, back to the topic of Mario.
Mario. Not STD.
Not STDs. Did you ever go to McDonald's and they had like the N64? Fair enough. But did you ever like whenever I went like once in a blue moon, like they had the N64 like console thing set up to where there was like controllers you could play, and they always had either. It was like Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh. Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Or you could play Mario 64, and I always played Mario 64 because it's Mario.
Oh, I remember they had those like little game consoles for the kids to entertain themselves.
And they
were
crusty.
They were always like sticky
really crusty.
and had like salt on them because McDonald's fries
would be greasy. They would be the greasiest things you would ever feel.
But you would still play it because you want to play Mario.
Because your little kid hands don't care.
Yeah,
I think I went to
because your little kid hands are the reasons.
Monkey
like
Brain
that.
sees Mario, and you just like go full throttle, like Mario time, Mario time.
You start like having a seizure as you walk over to the.
You don't understand. It's Mario 64 on a greasy controller. I have to play.
I have to. It is necessary.
But that was one of my first like actual instances to Mario.
The first exposure I had.
It was that and Mario Kart Wii. Like.
I've never played Mario Kart Wii.
Are you joking?
Or no,
I
have played it.
Hmm?
Just not. I played it Mario Kart on the Wii U.
Mario Kart Wii is like the Sistine Chapel of Mario Karts.
The Sistine Chapel.
Have you
Mario Kart
you would know.
Yeah,
it is.
So Mario
have naked men.
What?
If you want, it's got Donkey Kong.
That brings up another point.
If you want,
The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild has a massive modding community.
Oh, they do, and Nintendo bans them for that.
Nintendo bans them
because
for
they're
it, but heads. I've seen like screenshots of people playing it, but they're like Woody from Toy Story. Or like Big Boss is like Thomas the Tank Engine.
The best mods I've seen is Goku as Link, the Diamond Sword as the Master Sword, SpongeBob as the Shield, Thomas the Tank Engine as Epona or whatever the horse is, and then the boss I don't remember being anything.
Plankton.
Probably.
He's just like this little dot that you have to hit.
It's this little speck of dust, except it's got the biggest hitbox in the game. It's like it swings at you and it covers the entire map, and you're like, "What?"
So I had the Super Mario Bros. On the Wii, and I played with my cousin a bunch.
Yeah.
And we got really, really into it. We played every time he would come over to my house. He lives about like 45 minutes away. Every time he would come over, we would play that game. And this was when the rubber band bracelets were like really popular.
Oh yeah, those I remember.
So we made a bunch of patterns like in time, like that made it look like it was Luigi, Mario, King Boo.
Luigi.
And then one time he brought over a modded version of the game, which gave you any power up you wanted at any time.
All right.
And made all of the bosses and all of the mobs take like 5 times more damage to like kill. So you'd have to jump on a Goomba 5 times before you could kill it.
Hardcore mode.
No, it was
Hard
literally
Mario.
It was Super Mario Bros. Hard. But it was like at the end. And he was like, "Where did you get this?"
It was like written in Comic Sans.
I found it in the garbage heap.
So one of the high school kids at his high school had made it. Like,
this is original
gaming. He took the disc
and he jailbroke it, and
he
then he
jailbroke his version of the game, copied it onto a bunch of old CDs that he had,
and then modified it,
and then modded it, and then made a bunch of people buy them. So like the entirety of his school had it, and it was because he couldn't get it onto a computer at that point, but he had a bunch of jailbroken, super funny versions of Mario, and at the end of the game, Bowser turns into Peach.
What?
Yeah.
Congratulations, you have passed my test.
You have passed your test. Congrats. Now we get.
He turns into Peach, and then Peach just like disappears.
And you win, but at what cost?
Yeah, pretty much.
I won, but at what cost?
But yeah,
there's oh my gosh. I completely forgot what I was gonna say.
Wow, incredible.
Incredible.
Dude, you know what other Wii games I religiously played? All
high quality.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Lego games.
High quality.
So you got
Star Wars,
the Complete Saga.
I had
Star Wars the Clone Wars
different ways.
Star Wars 3, the Clone Wars 1, Lego Indiana Jones 1 and 2, Batman 1 and 2. And yeah,
dude, those Lego games were so. I remember playing Lego Pirates of the Caribbean on my 3DS.
Oh yeah, I never played the newer ones. I stopped at like Lego Batman 2, and then I never played any more.
I think I have the Complete Saga on my 3DS.
I have it on my DS and the Wii. I lost it from my DS originally, and I was really sad. And then I found it, and then lost it again, and then I got a new one. And then my Mario Kart Wii that I originally had too had corrupted. And I was really sad because there was a certain thing where your Wii would corrupt the disc if you close the game wrong. Like you just shut off the Wii right then and there in the middle of the game, it would corrupt it.
It would corrupt.
It would like screw with the data or something, and that's what I did too often. So it corrupted my disc, and then I got another one, and I was really happy.
Dang.
Ooh. Yeah. We actually have like a completely fully functioning Wii.
We do too.
Right now, and all the games still work completely fine because unlike you, we shut them down correctly.
Goodness gracious, Travis.
That corrupted, and then my Mario Galaxy corrupted to where I can't beat the final Bowser level. Like I can go through the whole entire level, and it corrupts at like the specific point in a cutscene, like right as Mario and Peach are walking out, and the castle starts to like deconstruct, like because Bowser lost, and the whole planet's like going away, and the galaxy's restarting, and. They're walking, and then like the castle falls apart. Like right as the castle falls apart, my Wii corrupts and it crashes.
Oh no!
It's like it's so cinematic.
It's so sad.
But now I have it on the Switch, and I got to replay it.
All right, so I have I said, I have 5 versions of Star Wars: The Complete Saga. 5.
5.
So every single game and console that I've had up until I got my Xbox One like 2 years ago was secondhand. The Wii that I have, which I still have, because we've, unlike you, made sure mine still works.
All my games still work, they just don't work properly.
So they work, just not right.
The DS's, because we have 2 DS's, one for me and one for my brother, and then our old 360, those were all secondhand. Yeah. And the old Wii that we had 2 different versions of Lego The Complete Saga. Then we had 3 separate versions, 3 separate game cards for the original DS of Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
Why?
Because they were all secondhand. So my mom bought a bunch of games.
And she bought the same game 3 times?
In like different packages and stuff.
Oh.
So it just came to you.
It just appeared. And at some point, I beat every single version of it.
Oh.
All right.
Nice.
And then my brother decided that wasn't cool and that he wanted to beat it. So he thought,
I'll just rewrite the entire...
delete everything.
Oh, no.
Of all 3?
On all 5.
All 5?
5. He deleted 5 separate, fully completed versions of the game for no reason.
Wow. He just wanted to one-up you, and he's like, this is what I'm going to do.
He woke up that morning and chose violence.
He chose violence.
Okay, so two games on the DS that one was really good, one was like really terrible.
Let's hear it.
The Ben 10 DS game was so scuffed.
Yeah, that goes with a lot of those kind of games. I had an Adventure Time game that was actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I have a Wreck-It Ralph game on my DS that is super scuffed. It's so janky.
It's like the graphics are really weird, and the gameplay is just iffy.
Yeah,
because you can tell that they were like, "Oh, it's Ben 10, it'll sell fine."
They gotta shit it out before the DS loses its its role.
Yeah.
Now the one that was actually really good, the one that it was a Star Wars multiverse game. Now, this was no Star Wars Into the Spider-Verse. It was better. Because I was like probably 12 when I first played this. Okay. And it's Spider-Man, but it's original Peter Parker Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man 2099 when he's the crazy Mexican dude whose name I forget with the indestructible suit and superpowers. Okay. And then it's Spider-Man Noir. Oh. All right? And you have to go back and forth between these 3 versions, and they have different powers, and you have to beat people up, and you have to collect like a bunch of shards on different levels to put it all together.
This is a DS game?
Yeah.
This sounds like a really
and you put it all together, and like you go through different levels, you beat different bosses and different iterations of bosses.
Right. So
you have to beat like Vulture 2099, and then you have to go back to the original, and it's a bunch of stuff. And you have to play as the 3 different Spider-Men, which is really awesome. And it was before Miles Morales was even a thing.
Oh, wow.
So this was like the 3 versions of Spider-Man at the time. And I was like, yo, 1 Spider-Man is cool enough. 3 though?
3 of them?
3? Oh, yeah, dude. I had a field day.
Field day with Spider-Man.
I beat the entire game in 1 day because I didn't put down my DS all day.
Attaboy.
Wow.
Yeah. Mom was not happy, but it was raining, so I couldn't go outside. So I was like,
yes. Dude, what was the point of the 2DS?
There was a 2DS?
Yeah, it was a 2DS. It's basically a 3DS or a normal DS.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Fold. It was just flat.
It
had the 3DS hardware.
Took one of the major selling points.
It was literally 3DS hardware without the 3D function, and it was just flat. You couldn't fold.
It basically took the 2 major selling points of the 3DS and took them away.
No, so DS folds like a...
The 2DS was like just a flat pane.
It was literally just like a flat thing.
Like
you know how the Game Boys
like an extra wide phone with 2 screens.
Like you know how the old Game Boys, right? Or straight. Yeah, that's how it was.
It was like that, except it still had the 2 screens.
It had the 2 screen of DS. You just couldn't move it at all.
Dude, all right, 3DS was my first dual monitor setup.
Now, before we go any further, the original DS had the little slot at the bottom.
The GBA slot.
The GBA slot.
Yeah.
Did y'all have any games on that?
I didn't even know what it was until like 4 years ago.
So I didn't know what it was called. But I had a Bionicle game that was unplayable.
Lego Bionicle?
Yeah. Except it wasn't Lego. It was just Bionicle.
Also works as a condom. Just like the Switch.
Exactly.
I had a baseball game that was actually pretty fun. and then I had a Crash Bandicoot game.
Yeah, I remember there being a Crash Bandicoot game.
And then I was really, really, really mad because I had a Game Boy Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
It was Donkey Kong Country, the first one, and it was on the Game Boy.
Like it ported to the Game Boy?
Yeah. Oh. And DK, it had Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong on the cover. And I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Because I've already played through all my Mario games. And, we've done that. We've been there, done that. We've played Super Mario and Sonic Olympic Winter games, which, by the way, high quality.
Fire game.
And now we're like, I want to play some Donkey Kong. But I didn't have a Game Boy, and for whatever reason, I couldn't wrap my brain around the fact that the cartridge would not fit. And I was like, why is it not working? And then I read Game Boy.
Dunk.
Dude, I wish I had a Game Boy.
I kind of do.
I kind of want some of the old retro consoles as collectors.
I want
to play them from now and then.
Because the original Game Boy
Advance.
Because the original Game Boy, I think, there's some stuff you'd play, but it's it doesn't have a backlight. So you'd have to have it underlight, and then there's no color. But the Game Boy Color didn't have as many actual big releases to it, I think.
No.
And then the GBA had Mario Kart and other stuff.
Now, can you just imagine being the one kid in school who had a Game Boy? Now, everybody has a phone that you can play games on.
Yeah.
If you want a gaming console, you can goof off on your computer or have an old Wii or something that your grandma had or whatever, right? Yeah. Everybody's played video games, right?
Yeah.
But if you're that one kid that's got a Game Boy when it released, you would be the coolest kid in school for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
At least 2 hours.
I mean, but those 2 weeks in when you're an elementary schooler, they felt like a lifetime because you don't have a concept of time at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
you're just I'm alive and I have the Game Boy.
You'd be almost as cool as if you showed up to school with Car Binks in your pocket.
Car Binks.
Just for the record, we have Car Binks pull up in a monitor.
It's the second screen.
It's my second monitor background.
We're just staring at it.
It's great.
If you don't know what Car Binks is, I don't even know how to explain it. It's Jar Jar, except it's a Hot Wheels car.
I'll put a picture of it in the video.
Oh, yes.
That could just be the background.
That could just be the background of the entire video.
It'll just say podcast on the top right, but in really small Comic Sans.
Can we call it Pobcast?
No,
Pobcams.
It'll say Pobcaps and then
Pobcaps.
It'll be in the top right in really small text. It'll be in Comic Sans, and that's what our title will be.
I hate Comic Sans. It looks so disgusting.
Comic Sans is a great font. I don't know.
It is not a great.
It's not.
Anytime
graphic design is my passion.
Anytime I go out in public and I see comics graphic design used. I see Comic Sans used intentionally.
I've seen Comic Sans on the side of a trailer for an ad. I saw. You know what? It was white and black text. It was.
Was it like the two guys, one truck?
No, that is Comic Sans. Isn't it?
It is Comic Sans. Oh my gosh.
It is Comic Sans. I keep forgetting it's Comic Sans.
Comic Sans scares
me. But it was just straight up horrible garbage.
Comic Sans.
It was just straight up.
No, all you have to say is Comic Sans.
It was Comic Sans.
Everyone just cringes.
Everyone was just like, oh.
Cringe.
Oh. Just the Avatar movie, the one with the blue people, not the 12-year-old airbender.
I was like, wait a second.
No, the blue people Avatar. The title font is in papyrus. It's literally they didn't do any special fonts or anything. They just
papyrus.
They just put papyrus font on the front. It was just that's good.
That's good.
This is it.
This is
original, quirky, and different.
All right, guys. Now you've got me started. I'm sorry. The Avatar: The Last Airbender movie was so.
Hey, this is about video games.
I don't care. He started me on the Avatar. We're gonna talk about it for
Wait, is there an Avatar video game?
No.
Luckily, no.
I'm sure
there has to be.
You get one rant in this video game podcast episode thingy, and that's all.
All right, so
make it good.
So the original Avatar: The Last Airbender series was iconic. We can agree it was iconic.
Last Airbender, I haven't seen it.
Travis is an uncultured swine. Now, other than Travis being uncultured and Avatar video game,
there is an Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Continue your rant.
I've never played Avatar: The Last Airbender video game. Now I'm curious, but the original series was really good, right? And me and every other child other than Travis apparently watched the show and really liked it.
Yep.
And then the movie came out and my everything was crushed. my soul was just removed from my body, and I have lost all faith since then in any adaptations. Speaking of terrible adaptations, y'all ever see the Super Mario Bros. Movie?
The movie and the
super... with the Goombas with the super small heads?
Yes. Yeah. And then Bowser as just a dude with like a forked tongue.
Yeah, and spiky hair.
Yeah. Ooh,
that was not okay.
But you know what? The Super Mario Brothers Super Show, God tier.
God tier. But hey Travis. See how that's called a transition?
No. You're still on shows. Back to Mario.
Actually, there is a Avatar: The Last Airbender Wii game.
I'm sure it's.
What am I
Nickelodeon?
Doing? I'm sure it's really good. Not bad.
Now I have to find it so I can complain about it.
Speaking of Nickelodeon games, did you ever play SpongeBob games on the Wii?
I never played SpongeBob.
I played
games,
one
actually.
called Creature from the Krusty Krab, and
Creature from the Krusty Krab.
It was. It was literally based on fever dreams, and it nailed it. It hit it home. It
just felt like a fever dream.
So the premise
to this day, I don't know if it's even existed.
The premise of it was SpongeBob, Patrick, and Plankton are having, or SpongeBob is
having what?
Dreams. You thought. So it starts with SpongeBob in his bed, and he falls through the floor or something, and he gets into a hot rod race.
Ooh,
with
hot
Patrick.
Rod race.
With Patrick, and then they race, and then Patrick is asleep. Because, he does that. And then,
yeah, he does do that.
While he's asleep, he dreams about being a superhero. So it's like, this style, it went from the hot rod, it was like, I don't know what kind of style it is, but it's like it's a really cool style. And then it went to Patrick's like old comic book style. And then Plankton had a dream about conquering the world. So he turned giant.
Uh-oh.
And then
Big Boy Plankton.
So the game really... It was not a great game.
It kind of sucked.
It sucked gameplay-wise, but the music was really good somehow.
Video game music.
Oh my god.
High quality.
It deserves a separate episode. That's what it is.
We can do it here and right now. Because I will do it right here and right now.
Now, for right here and right now.
Go.
No, it wasn't even Super. I don't know.
The Super Mario Super Show.
Mario and Sonic Olympic Winter Games. I didn't have like summer winter games. Summer.
The Summer Winter Games.
I didn't know if there was a Summer Olympic Games, but I had the Winter Olympic Games.
Yeah.
And there was the normal versions, and it was all the main Mario cast, all the main Sonic cast.
Right.
And you could play as any of the different characters. Mm-hmm. And they all came together and they did a bunch of, Winter Olympic sports events. You did bobsled, ice skating, snowboard, skiing, all that stuff. Right. Now, the normal was fine. All right? Mm-hmm. But they had this, dream mode where I'm pretty sure you had to beat the normal version, and then you got to go to dream mode, and dream mode was boss, okay? Dream mode was boss because it was basically dark theme.
Nice.
So dark theme... Everything.
So all the stuff was in the day for all the normal stuff, and then you got to go at night. Mm-hmm. And the music changed, and the music was awesome.
Nice.
The music for the whole game was awesome because it was just kind of funky and fun. Mario Sonic. Also, the dream went from a normal half pipe for the the snowboard stuff to a giant, basically mountain covered in obstacles and stuff enemies from Sonic. And the jump pads and all that stuff, and it basically took a Sonic level, made it 3D, and made you snowboard it.
Oh, that sounds kind of sick.
It was pretty sick, and that was high quality. That was I'm tired of Mario. Let's go snowboard, boys.
So back to Mario.
Mario.
No. Back to Mario.
Oh wait, Mario... I have one more thing before Mario.
Go. Yeah, go away, Travis.
Did either of you guys ever play the Super Monkey Ball games?
No.
What?
Have you ever heard of the Super Monkey Ball?
Have you heard of Super Monkey Ball?
Super Monkey Ball.
Super Monkey Ball.
There's this franchise, by Sega. There's this Super Monkey Ball. The one game that I had on the Wii called Super Monkey Ball Step and Roll. And by golly, it was my favorite game as a child.
Because monkey and ball together.
No, because it had mini games, and one of the mini games was a race car game.
Race car.
And I played that.
Monkey racing.
Hitai. What's race car spelled backwards?
Back to Mario.
Race car.
That's not what it is backwards.
No.
All right, so
back to Mario.
In Mario Kart Wii, where you start on the main menu and then you progressively go through the menus and the music ramps up.
Yes.
My favorite part of that menu is literally that, because it's just this progressive build up to the tracks. And like once you're at the screen selection and you're like choosing what course you want to go on to, you really feel like you're ramping up for a race. You're getting pumped up because it goes from the character selection and it's like, all nice and all that, and then you get to the courses and you're like, okay, I'm feeling it now. And then
it's like going to an actual race. It's like you're like wake up that morning, you're like, oh yeah, I got a race today. But then it's right before you smell the gasoline on the track, the burnt rubber. You're just like,
you see Luigi in the car next to you, and you're like,
but, can you play as Car Binks?
No.
Well then, what's the point?
What's the point of Mario Kart?
Protecting their brand.
Not getting sued. Hopefully.
But why would you play it if there's no Car Binks? Like, you know why I don't play Forza games? Because there's no Car Binks.
Well, technically, you can make Car Binks in the, Horizon games.
Yo! Looks like I'm going to be playing Forza Horizon.
Said no one ever. So, in Mario Galaxy...
Okay, that's it!
Alright, I think we're going to cut it, because I don't know if we can handle another 20...
We gotta eat, Chief.
Yeah, I don't... later.
I don't know. So I don't think we can handle another Travis.
Then I'll sit here and talk about it.
Travis just.
All right.
Travis just sitting here alone.
In Mario Galaxy. Wow. Okay. So, honestly, to me, Mario Galaxy was this humongous ramp up for Mario Galaxy. You can leave. I don't care. I will talk about it.
Die, shut up. Let Travis go. Go, Travis, go.
See, now we can't take it seriously.
Is any of this serious?
True. All right,
we don't take ourselves seriously.
Mario Galaxy.
That's been said so many times.
Just trying to get my point across.
So Mario Galaxy.
Thank you.
Was a game where Mario was in a galaxy.
Dude.
Now,
how did you know?
Now, the thing about Mario Galaxy that made it so interesting was you had a bunch of different planets you could go on, which I thought was pretty cool, right?
No, it was this huge groundbreaking, Mario technique, because...
Groundbreaking.
It literally was. Quite literally, you went from the ground up, and, so you start on the Mushroom Kingdom, and then it gets whoosh, Bowser, and then you go to space, because he's like, I'm gonna be the biggest man in the galaxy, and then you get to the planet as you start, and, you have the really soft music, and you're getting your surroundings around this little tutorial planet, and you're like, wow, this is really cool and epic, because it is. And you're chasing around this bunny, and you find out it's this little Luma, the Luma, the little star people.
Luma stars.
That's when Rosalina was introduced, right?
That's when Rosalina
was
first
introduced in Mario Mayro.
You go to Rosalina, she's like, I'm going to help you out, we're going to get your Peach back, and so you fly over to the observatory, and it's just starting, so you've only got that one, Comet Observatory to start with, and you've got the really nice and calm, and almost kind of sad in a way music. It's happy and sad, but so you start in that observatory. But I think my favorite part of the whole thing is the observatory, because it's as you progressively get more and more invested into the game, you get more stars. You unlock the more observatories, and the actual observatory starts lighting up and getting more
it illustrates
exciting.
The progression of the game really
it gets progressively more lit up, and as you keep climbing up to the top, the music gets more revamped and more orchestral, and it's really beautiful.
It's really moving.
Travis used big word there.
Orchestral, because it literally does. It starts out from this little simple piano tune,
the piano you'd find at a kid's playground, the plinky thing.
Yeah, but it's really simple, and then it starts to get really ramped up, and then
complexity.
It's nice, and then the levels themselves. Ooh, I love
the level themselves.
There's some levels in Galaxy, they're just so well designed.
I remember I was at your house and I played the first 3 levels of Galaxy, and I can tell just from playing those first 3 levels that it is a really good game.
I don't know if you remember.
The music was fantastic. The game mechanics were
polished.
They were really polished. They worked really well. It was kind of scary, honestly.
I don't know if you remember, there was that one Galaxy, it was Space Junk Galaxy.
Space Junk Galaxy.
My favorite Galaxy by far. Not only because it's
the music.
It's pretty, but the music. Oh,
the music was
it's so nice.
Bomb.
The levels were good. It's so good. And then
he just came himself. The levels.
But it's so good. And then Galaxy 2. I liked Galaxy 2, but I liked Galaxy 1 better from just everything standpoint. I mean, Galaxy 2. Everybody says Galaxy 2 is better because
it's more modern. Because it's more modern.
Well, yeah, but it's like Galaxy 1 felt better because Galaxy 2 felt more like just your generic 3D Mario. Like, because Galaxy 1 introduced this whole new concept, and then Galaxy 2 kind of, I wouldn't say
it's what you expect from a sequel.
Yeah, it just kind of it took most of the stuff from Galaxy 1 and they just kind of did some other new things. Like, the map was okay. I liked some of the levels in there. I just didn't like it as much as Galaxy 1. I think Galaxy 2 did a lot of things better, for sure. Like, it introduced new power-ups and, like, you know, whole new concepts. Like, Yoshi in the game. You needed Yoshi. He had to get there eventually.
Yoshi's in, like, every game.
I know. And now he's here. But, I mean, Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 are both really phenomenal games.
Received a note from the outside that says, pizza is here.
Civilization?
Civilization? What? Now,
Mario Odyssey.
Mario Galaxy.
Can I talk about Mario more?
Mario!
Can I talk about Mario Odyssey?
But there's about like 50 trillion other games, you know?
Can I just talk about Mario Odyssey?
Fine. Mario Odyssey is a pretty cool game.
Mario Odyssey.
There's that one song that everyone knows.
Jump Up Superstar.
Jump Up Superstar.
Oh, no.
Da 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 da. No, there's the Jump Up Superstar, which is... There's a Jump Up Superstar.
Stop.
Is good. It's a good song.
It's a good song.
It's
a like on its own. It's a good song.
It is a game. Gavin, this with the microphone is you probably being like to the microphone.
But it's like a good standalone song on its own. And then in the game when you hear it, because when you hear it, you're like celebrating New Donk City. And that's the.
Can I get the tune?
You're my superstar.
No, you're not allowed to sing.
Oh no, I want you to sing the tune.
Travis, go.
No, I'm
go,
not
Travis.
So
go, Travis.
When you get the song, like, because
you
get shut your mouth, dude. Jesus H. So like you get this song when you're at a concert for the mayor, who was I forgot her name. Pauline. Her name is Pauline, and she's the mayor. So you help save the city, and she's like, "We're gonna throw a festival, find some musicians." And you're like, "Okay," and you find a bunch of dudes, and you get the whole concert together. And on that night, you're going through the city, working your way up to the stage, and the song's playing in the back, and you got fireworks, and you got the cityscape, and it looks really cool, and it looks gamer.
I'm just jamming.
All right, just
in
FYI, her name's Paulina, and she's actually Mario's original girlfriend.
Yeah, from the Donkey Kong series.
From the Donkey Kong series.
Bro. Drama.
Drama.
But Odyssey was probably one of the best 3D Marios because
it was really well done.
It nailed the movement in the game. The movement was incredible. Phenomenal movement.
It was really well polished.
Really smooth, really polished. You could do so much with it. Like you could go from like point A to point B like real quick or like super stylish ways. It was really, really intricate.
One of the things that I really liked about Mario Odyssey, even though I didn't play it fully through, I did like how it integrated 2D retro levels.
Yeah, like
that was really well implemented.
Where you could transition into like certain 2D bits, and it would 2D render,
and then the music would go 8-bit,
and it would chiptune the little.
Now. This right there that you're talking about is the exact mechanic that was first introduced in Super Paper Mario.
Yeah.
By the way, Paper Mario was a wacky game. We'll just start with that, okay? Because the way that they implemented it in Odyssey, I think they did it definitely very different. I think they actually did it better.
They did it better.
In Paper Mario, you were basically just a piece of paper, and on the 2D levels, you were just going through it like you normally would. And then there are certain parts where you would flip 3D, and they had less 3D levels just because it was easier to make it mostly 2D.
Yeah.
But there were some levels where you had to actually like flip. Especially near the end, I think you had to flip back and forth like mid-game just to not die.
A bunch.
Yeah. And it wasn't as like smooth as Odyssey. I'll say that.
I thought it was an older game too.
It was definitely more.
It was more of the prototype for Odyssey. I don't think they would have been able to do it right if not for Paper Mario.
Well, I think Paper Mario just kind of threw that in there because it was like its own gimmick. I think Super Paper Mario was like one of the funkier Paper Marios.
Yeah.
Because Thousand Year Door is the best one, like by far.
Yeah, I'm still
greatest
fairly convinced that Paper Mario was only released so that Nintendo can have a way to make kids like play with Mario on their own.
I think that's
they
what
just
they
print out photos and just like put them places, you know. make their own levels kind of thing.
I think they just saw 2D Mario and they're like, you know what, let's just expand on this and make a literal flat Mario.
Maybe after N64 and like the... Because whenever it came out, it was after N64.
It was on the N64. It was on the N64. Then with the GameCube, Wii. It's like every single console it's had, there's been a Paper Mario.
Yeah. So the one I played was on the Wii, and they saw the success that they were getting from the N64 Mario, like the 3D and the 2D, and they're like, hey, what if we made a game that had both?
Yeah.
You know?
And they made this really weird mechanic. Super Paper Mario was honestly, I couldn't finish it. I got stuck on some parts and I kind of gave up on it because
kind of weird.
It got boring. It
did. It got boring. Oh no!
It got a little boring.
Nintendo, you can't do that.
And then the newest one on the Switch, Origami King. It's not bad. I mean, some of the music in there, really good. A lot of the gameplay, not as great. I mean, the battle system is definitely different because it's like you have to turn the wheel to like set up certain like jump strings or like hit your hammer and like set up like the combat situation like a puzzle. So you actually have to use your brain. What brain using?
That's not what video games are for.
Unheard of. So it was a lot different. I think that's what people kind of had their main gripe about. It's like that battle system. It felt less like a Paper Mario RPG because that's kind of what Paper Mario is. It was originally an RPG, and then it just kind of...
I don't have any problems with things being different, you know?
Yeah, it's
like... Other than, like, having a Halo game that's different...
Yeah.
There is that one Halo game that's like a top-down, place your troops and make them fly.
That was Halo Wars.
It was not good.
Halo Wars was actually pretty good if you like the strategy.
Yeah. It's like Fire Emblem, where it's like if you enjoy playing chess but with anime.
Yeah! Chess, but anime boys. Oh.
Yeah, I played it at...
Anime women.
That a couple years ago. It was definitely different, but I didn't think it was too weird. It's like the same thing of like Mario Kart isn't really a Mario game. It's a racing game that
it's a racing game with
Mario characters.
Yeah, like Mario Kart is the thing that has to be on every single console because it's literally been on every single console.
Wasn't Mario Kart 8 was one of the main selling points for the Switch.
Yeah.
That and like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Breath of the West.
I mean, because it was one of the only starting like big name titles besides like that one party game that they put out and then ARMS.
Oh, what? 1-2 Switch.
Yeah, that was it.
That one.
It was like a Mario Party knockoff, and then they actually put Mario Party on the Switch, and it was not good.
Yeah,
it was like Mario Party Deluxe or something like that, or Super Mario Party, and it was rough.
Mario Kart 8 though on the Switch is it is a brilliant game.
It's a really good game.
It is a really good game.
My only thing about Mario Kart 8 is the cast characters, but that's
true. There's no Waluigi.
No Waluigi, no Diddy Kong, no big characters. Like if we put the roster from Wii into Mario Kart 8, it would be pretty spotless.
Pretty solid game.
Solid.
Did you know that in Mario Kart Wii there was a missions tab before? Like they had completely fleshed out the whole thing and they dropped it like right before.
They had like a whole fleshed out mission
section.
They
have a full fleshed out mission section and they got rid of it because of the Nintendo Online thing. Because one of their main taglines and selling points for the Mario Kart Wii was that you would be able to play it online, and you did. And they set up tournaments to where you could play online, and they had it up until like 2012 when they shut off their Nintendo Online for the Wii, and so you could play those tournaments and stuff like up until that point that they officially held, and they'd have like different challenges and different races you could play against people, and they do I think like monthly or something challenges that they throw out there, and you could play that. So I think that's what they intended to have instead of the missions, but people will still like there's still this online Nintendo server that you can put onto your Wii that people still like play online, and it works really well.
There was I remember one game on the Wii. Like the Wii, most of the Wii like online services have been shut down.
Yeah.
Like I know the Wii Shop has been shut down.
Yeah, that shut down a couple years back.
I mean they've been through
Wii
two
Rock
other.
Band?
But they've been through two other console.
Yeah, there's
renditions.
Been two other consoles, but Wii Rock Band used to have a huge online community.
Really?
Yeah, like there were people that would like jam out with random people online to these epic rock songs. And you were able to go to the store and buy more songs to put on. But my family didn't know that existed because we weren't full gamers.
Yeah, we didn't find the Wii Shop until like a couple years before like we moved, so I couldn't really get any Wii points and stuff. Because I got the 3 original Mario games, like Mario 1, 2, and 3, and I played those, and I had Donkey Kong, and I was like, oh, I don't play Donkey Kong, so I took it off, and now I can't get it back because the Wii shop got shut down, and I'm really sad.
That's a real shame. No. You've reminded me something, Ty. Lego Rock Band. Okay.
Lego Rock Band.
It was on the DS. Think
all the
other rock bands. You have the guitar, and then when they ported it over for Lego Rock Band, you used the AB and you used the up and the left on the D-pad, and you had to click. So it was like blue, red, green, purple, or something.
Yeah.
And each of them corresponded to a different button, and you could play as either the bass, the guitar, the drummer, or the singer.
Yeah.
And you played a bunch of just classic rock songs like Twin Princes.
But you're like Lego.
But you're Lego. And if you mess up, it like goes quieter. And it was a masterpiece of a game, in my opinion, because it was just like
that might just be nostalgia speaking.
No, it was high quality.
It was high quality Lego, dude.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should stuff. Be.
Oh.
Okay? Because it was epic music.
Yeah. Epic music.
Because it was all like...
How are the graphics?
It's Lego. It was a Lego DS game. What?
It doesn't get any better than that.
Ray tracing. Not a good game.
Not what I need.
You just asked me if 8-bit was great graphics, essentially. All right,
8-bit is great graphics.
Isn't it 16-bit?
By the way, it was a joke.
Speaking of 16-bit, Undertale and Deltarune. Very solid games. I must admit. Nude alert.
Wow.
It's been an hour.
Yes, it has.
Your point? Like now.
No.